Lightning fractured the sky as the storm raged around the old observatory. No laughter spilled out from the windows, not this time. Inside the observatory, the telescope was long gone. A steel table looked up at the roiling sky in its place. Above, bright orange extension cords trailed down from a series of lightning rods around the opening. On the table lay a girl, still and pale as death. Bands of electrodes were attached to her head, wrists, ankles, and around her torso. Standing over the table, another girl in a long white coat pushed her hair out of her eyes with the back of a forearm sheathed in thick black rubber gloves. She checked the wires one last time, surveyed her work, and nodded, satisfied. Then, with practiced ease, she clipped the extension cords to the box the electrode wires ran from and pulled the big lever on top before stepping back hastily. For a long, breathless moment, the girl in the white coat stared up, and the only sound was the faint patter of rain on the distant roof and on the dead girl's face. Then, with a blinding roar, lightning struck. The power cords jerked and spasmed. Energy crackled, and the table lit up as the body on it opened her eyes, arched her back, and screamed. The girl in the white coat watched all this passively until the excitement passed, and then moved quickly to pull the lever back, unclip the cords, and pulled the still panting and impossibly alive girl off the table and into a hug. "Hey, Doc." Her voice was a little shaky. "What do you say we stop meeting like this?" "I would prefer that, but it's not exactly my call, is it, Lucy?" "Fair enough, Doc, fair enough." "You know, you can call me Miriam," the girl in the white coat said as she pulled away from the hug and began to remove her protective gear. "Sure, but Doc just feels right. You know you have blood on your coat." "I hate to break it to you," Miriam smiled, "but it's yours." "What?" Lucy looked down at her own front and grimaced. "Man, I liked this shirt. You gave it to me after my last resurrection." "Here." Miriam pulled a folded t-shirt and a hand towel out of her bag. "Once you clean up, you can have this one." "You really are the best, Doc." "It's like I always say," Miriam shrugged, self-conscious. "New resurrection, new shirt." "You always say that?" Lucy asked, smiling as she peeled off electrodes and toweled away the worst of the rain-diluted blood. "I guess I always say that now." Lucy laughed, and Miriam looked away as she swapped out her shirt. "Hey, Doc, Miriam," Lucy said more seriously. "Yeah? Do you want to get coffee sometime? Like, maybe Friday?" I... Miriam blinked. "Yes, that sounds lovely." "Great! Just try not to get impaled, shot, or crushed to death in the meantime." "Honestly, no promises, Doc. Especially not crushed. It takes forever with the tweezers to get your bones all sorted out again." Okay, I promise not to get crushed before Friday." Lucy laughed. "Good. Not unless I need a new shirt, anyway." "Lucy!" I'm joking.